Kev here. We're down in the basement this morning. I got my Lowrance units out of my boat here, my depth finders, my graphs, but I got a 7-inch Elite 7, I got an Elite 9 and another Elite 9. But this morning what I'm doing is I've got online and downloaded the firmware updates for these units, which all three of them basically take the same firmware regardless of the size of the screen. So what I've done is put those updates, or the new firmware version, on a micro SD card, which the Lowrance units take. So underneath this, the word Lowrance here on the side is a slot for the micro SD to fit in, and we'll try it out here. So I've got the card loaded in that one. So what I've done is I have took the small battery here, and I bought an extra cord, power cord, off the internet, so I can do these on my bench. So we'll plug the power cord in to the unit, and turn the unit on, and we'll see what it does here. Okay, so as you can see, it says it's validating the update. So as I powered the unit on, it automatically read the SD card was in there and there was an update on it. So we'll let that go while we're waiting. But hey, here's my other 9, and I wanted to show you it. But I've got the Burley Pro sunshade on this unit, and this unit sits on my console up by the steering wheel. But this old Burley Pro shade here, that really does an excellent job of keeping the glare off the screen on the console. So I really like that. I've got a portable glare protection for this that's in the boat, but I use this 9-inch here for strictly my active target. My active target, I use it for this. Now these here, this unit, and then I've got a 7-inch unit. They're networked together. This 7 lives up on the nose of the boat, along with this unit with the active target. This one's hooked, the 7-inch is hooked up to my Minn Kota trolling motor, so I use 2D sonar with it. But I can also network these two that have been networked together on the console and the nose, to where I can do the side imaging, down imaging, and so forth across both of these screens. And then again, this one is used strictly for active target. Now, I will tell you that once this unit is installed in the boat, because the brain of the active target is mounted in the boat, I didn't remove it. So on the SD card, or on the micro SD card, there is firmware updates for the active target brain and also the active target transducer. So those can't really be updated until the unit's actually plugged in and all the cabling to the active target's installed off, but it does install off this monitor. So the update's done. We'll hit accept. So right now we're updated and ready for another season. So we'll see how that works, but you see how simple that was. We'll power this unit down and pull this power cord. and then get this SD card out. I have to use a little pair of pliers because my fat old fingers just don't grab these little tiny cards worth a darn. So that card's out. Get this unit here. And we'll get this cord stuck in there. Boy, these little SD cards are tiny for... Alright, got that seated in there. Close that up. We'll get the power cord put on. And again, I just went to Lowrance's webpage and downloaded their updates straight off their webpage, and that's how I've done that. So again, we're going to just hit the power button. That's going to come up, and it should go automatically to an update. And we'll see here how that works. Yep, went straight to the update. So that one there will update as well. While that's waiting, I think I have out of the boat. I'll look here, I might not. I didn't bring them out of the boat, but anyway, this is the easiest way to update. Now these units are Wi-Fi capable, so I could have probably hooked them directly up to my Wi-Fi and done the downloads that way. But in all the readings that I've done on the web, different forums, and then even on the Lowrance Facebook page, talking to guys and gals there, they say it's best to use the SD card for your downloads because of you know that's on there and you got no interference with a Wi-Fi connection. So that's what I did, and went ahead and did the download onto the micro SD card. And then, as you can see, this is such a simple process. It's just, if I can do it, trust me, anybody can do it. But we're just down here trying to get everything ready to go. I pulled all the poles out of the boat and keep these out of the boat. And so that's basically the way that you would update your units. I've already done this 7-inch, so to give you an idea, the 7 against the 9, for those of you that are looking for units, that gives you an idea. Kind of, the 7-inch is basically the whole unit's about as big as the 9-inch screen. This is a 7, this is a 9, and in the Elite series, the 7 and 9 is what you can get. I'm really happy with the Elite series. They're budget friendly, but they're just packed full of options and about everything. You got side scan. You can run sonar, 2D sonar, down scan. Of course, you're not going to see anything because they're not hooked to the transducer and we're not in the water. You can chart, which is maps of where you're at, and then you can see. I live close to Kannapolis Lake, so I can scoot in here. Here's my activity on Kannapolis Lake for last year. If that isn't a mess, I don't know what is. But it's charted everything, everywhere I've been in that lake. And Yankee Run, if you watch my video on catching those bass, right up here, I've been working this rock bank up here, just something crazy, and And so I'm surprised that ain't solid black up there. But a couple nice crappie holes right there. There's some buoys and an underwater area that used to be an old foundation, like to a house or something underwater, and then a crappie piles. And then worked the dam several times on wide bass and crappie. This is actually where the boat ramp is, so you can see where I've took out of that boat ramp several times. There's some crappie areas over in this area here. This is the areas of the mud flats and stuff. This is kind of where we drift for walleye and channel cat. Up in here, this drift up in here in the main channel. Really done really well with blue cat and catfish. Now the whole lake is just infested with drums, if you guys like drums, but did a really oh no, GPS fix. So anyway, but that tells you everything. Now that can all be cleared off and started over. Clear cursor, but it's got several ways I can get that cleared off. But that's Kannapolis Lake. Now, I could go to Milford Lake and show you that. I can go to other places, but then over here, you can pick how your screens are. You can run 3 screens, 3 different graphs. You can run 2 graphs side by side, and you pick and choose which graphs you want to do. So you can add one and say you want to run down scan and side scan together. So you choose. If I wanted to, I could run 2D sonar as well, and I could run a chart and run 4 screens at once. And hit save, and then that's the 4 screens that I see. I've got everything going on in the boat at the same screen. And then when I network that, this unit is networked here on the back with the cabling. It's got your power and Ethernet and your transducer mounts and stuff, plus your networking cables. Then everything here can be shown up on the front end. So now granted, if you're on the front end looking at the 7-inch, you're still looking off the transducer in the back of the boat. Now I can punch up on this off network and go strictly 2D sonar with the built-in transducer on the trolling motor itself. So the Elite model is really a fantastic unit. You got waypoints, alarms. I mean, it's just endless. You can Bluetooth your phone, emails to your screen. If you're out there fishing, all of a sudden it'll pop up, say you got a message, or or you can turn your phone off and just enjoy fishing as far as that goes. But it's a great unit, and you got settings. You got all kinds of settings for your sonar and alarms and networking, wireless capabilities. I could put on a simulator to show you depth alarms, your fuel. I mean, it's just so many options that can be done with this unit for a reasonable price, which is really nice. Now you are limited to the 9-inch screen, but again, from what I've experienced, and I'll be real honest with you, a lot of people go to the 12 and 16-inch screens on the HDS models, but if you get out there fishing and you look at this 7-inch all day, you're adjusted to that 7-inch and you make it work, and it's fine. It really is. You look at the 9-inch all day, 9-inch is fine. You get your adjustment to viewing the 9-inch, and really, it wouldn't be any different than staring at a 12-inch, other than it takes up more of your windshield. But you get adapted to what size you have, and so it's whatever you want. So again, these are the Elite 9s and Elite 7s. I just wanted to show you how to update them, show you the units. And hopefully that helps somebody or gives you some information on capabilities and what you can do with the units. Again, I'm just working this off a small battery. I bought the extra cable on I think I got it at Amazon for 20 bucks or something. But downstairs in my fishing room, I got my updates done through the SDS or the small micro SD card. And so these units are ready to go. Again, I'll have to update the active target though when I get in the boat, get hooked up to the active target. So, hey, appreciate you watching this morning. All about fishing with Big Kev. If you haven't, like this, subscribe to us. We're trying to come out with different information at different times. We've got the itch to get on the water again. Met a couple guys at work that are just itching to get on the water, so I think it's going to be a really good fishing season. Happy New Year to everybody. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you on the water in 2023. All about fishing with Big Kev. Take care. Happy New Year.